Hello, hello, hello. I am Dory, and we are here, hopefully in both the places. I'm Dory Joe on Prairie Scraps on both YouTube and Facebook. And if you see that red live button, it's over there. Um, you are live, so make sure you do all the things. Sprinkle the love for me. Help me out in that way. And if you are watching this on the replay and you don't see that little red button, um, just put hashtag replay so I know you were here. So come on in and let me know what's going on with your day. It's a beautiful day in Idaho. I'm out here in the crafting camper, my 1953 Airstream. I see I have crazy hair. It's day 2 after I wash my hair. I usually go 3 to 4 days, and day 1 looks great. Day 2 looks terrible. Day 3 and day 4 are usually amazing or pretty good. What I think is amazing comparatively. So, if you watch my live, I think it was on Monday night, I got a little leaky because we got some things coming out, and I thought they were coming out for everybody, but they are actually only coming out for designers. So if you are into lettering, letters and fonts, so I might get a little leaky here. So stay tuned. I might show you some of the new stuff near the end of this broadcast. So today is Thrifty Thursday. We are going to do a old gas can. This is old and beat up, and I have scrubbed this twice now, 3 times. I first hosed it down outside because it had gotten really dirty. And then I took it in the house and used, like one of those metal pan. You could see, look at it. It's like almost flat on this side. I even sent it with my husband. Oops, excuse me. It's loud. I sent this with my husband. It's got the neat little wooden handle. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Such good bones. But of course, it's been smashed in. I think I found this at a thrift sale. I'm not even sure where I found this. I think I found it at a thrift sale for like a quarter. And I'm like, I'm going to do something with that someday. So I've had it for a year. It was like buried in the back. This is it. If you are waiting for me to share with you what I've been talking about all month, that I had an idea that I was going to do, this is it. This was what I've been trying to get to. It's in. Do you guys do that? Like have storage and then everything gets stacked in front of everything. I had it nicely on my bookshelf. And actually, while I was back there, I did find some other things that I can thrifty make into some things. But anyway, pretty excited about this. I was pretty excited when I found it. Thankfully, it is in bad enough shape that my husband doesn't think it belongs to him. I really think it's pretty cool. Look at that sunflower on the top. Isn't that really amazing? Look at that. Isn't that nice? It's got the wooden handle all intact. And I kind of like, it's like red and greens. I don't know if it's been, I imagine somebody like painted it or something. I don't know. Ran over it. It doesn't smell like anything. Like that's the one thing. If you use old gas cans, make sure that you get any sort of chemical out of there. And I sent this to the shop today with my husband because I'm like, can you just like beat it out or something? He's like, this is the really, really good metal tin. It will not budge. He tried. So we are stuck. He goes, I could take off the bottom and try to pound it out that way. And I said, no, it's not worth that much trouble. So we're going to do it how it is. I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to do our transfer on this side today because it's the better looking side. And I want it to, like, when you look at it from the side, like to be able to put it outside by your garage or in a shop or whatever and have a little decor item around outside or whatever. I can tell you honestly, I don't think this is something that's going to even make it to a sale, although I think it would probably sell pretty good just because it's kind of vintagey. It's vintagey, right? Vintagey. And so what better thing, oops, I got that wet. What better thing to use on a vintagey looking can, gas can, but our premium gasoline club transfer from this month. This is the club transfer. It says premium gasoline. You can see I've gotten a couple uses out of it. If you're looking for Father's Day gifts, this is a great gift. You could put it on just about anything, any surface you want. Even in old, I saw a round saw blade. That would be really cute with this. such a great idea. I made a t-shirt. You can make it really plain, or you can put all kinds of colors in it. And don't tell my husband. That's what he's getting for Father's Day. And maybe depending on, you know, his looking at this, he'll be asking about this. So this is what we're going to do. Really, the best thing is, this is our club transfer. This is only available till the end of the month. When is that? We've got almost a week and a half, 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks left in this month. So just if you want more information about becoming a club member, this is what you will get this month for $21.99. That includes the shipping. It will charge you tax, I'm pretty sure, on that. But you get this exclusive transfer. You cannot purchase this. It is so cute. So cute. But it is available only this month, and you will get 3 paste packets to go with it. And your first time in the club, you will also get a mini squeegee to go with it. So that's what you will get in the club. So just put club down below if you're wanting the supplies for that. And as you know, I got an order in today. I ordered Tuesday, and I got it already today, like before lunch, like right at noon, I got it. That is so fast. And filling an order. I cannot believe it. I'm like ready to scream. I was hyperventilating a little bit when it came. The only thing I have to say about this is if you leave this outside, you might consider putting a hole in the bottom of it so it doesn't have like fill up with water and sit and rust from the inside out. So with all metal items, they do have I suppose, I don't know. This is not hardly rusty at all. Actually, this is in very good. I don't know. Does this rust? I would assume so. Before you start, make sure that you put an X on the back of the backing, so that you know where the back of the backing is. Because you guys have been watching me enough, you know, I did not. That's feeling really sticky. So we're going to do a little bit of fuzzing first before we put it on there. When you chalk, and I'm going to use chalk. I wouldn't want to put this in the oven to seal it. So if I decide to seal it outside so it doesn't get come off, it really won't. I'll chalk this, and if you put it outside, the only thing that's going to happen is it might fade a little bit. But I have a mailbox chalked with no clear coat on it, and it's just fine. So if you come on in, tell me, since it's Thrifting Thursday today, tell me, do you prefer to go to a thrift sale or a thrift store? Which is your favorite place? I don't know, you know, it's a toss up for me. Thrift stores have a little bit more variety, but I like the hunt and seek of, I've got all kinds of hair on this, you guys. I'm just taking it off because I don't want that printing on there. It probably came off that fuzzing cloth because, you know, I'm losing hair. I think it's my medication that's making my hair fall out, which makes me sad. Trying not to freak out about it too much, but I'm going to be really honest. It's not easy. So anyway, what I really want is this, like the sideways view of this. So you see the spout, so you see the handle on the side. So I want to put it on this side. And so I think I might go right in the middle of that handle. So to find the middle of the transfer, I'm just going to put a little, I'm doing this not back, you know, non-sticky, the front to the front in order to get this done. I do not want to have back to back because it will stick together. So we're just putting a little crease there so I can line it up in the middle. And this actually looks like it is not going to do the outline at all. We're going to be just barely getting the premium gasoline on there. We're going to test it out. It might take some work to do this just because it's pretty lumpy. Pretty lumpy. This one is. So I might have to do little parts of it at a time. I do really like this old gasoline tank. So I might start with that. And we also want to get The nice thing about this is that it is a silk transfer. So I'm going to kind of peel. Maybe I'll start with the premium gasoline at the top here. You can reuse these 8 to 10 times, which is really nice. We're going to work really hard not to get this outside outline. I just want to put the gasoline on here. And I'm thinking, actually, so this, I'm like sidetracked here. I'm just going to get gasoline down in the crooks and crannies here, just so that it's laying inside of there. We don't want any air bubbles. So that's what I'm working really hard not to have here. So I'm going to just go ahead and get this down in there. But I got an order in, and we've been having like the color of the month in chalk paste. And this month, the color is called Saucy. And there it is. I got one on this order, and we ran out. So if you are ever interested in the color of the month, get it right away before it runs out. It is a with purchase that you can get this. I'm going to start with this the premium and the gasoline. And I'm going to do this because I kind of like it. It looks to me like it's a little bit vintagey looking with this Saucy. At first, I didn't want to get the Saucy. I looked at it and I was like, it looks too fallish. I'm not ready to do fall. And God knows I don't need any more. I don't need any more chalk paste. So I wasn't going to get it. But then I saw some people making it with this and thought, oh, my goodness, that is the perfect transfer or color. I need it for this transfer. So that's why we got it. Oh my goodness. So hot off the presses is Saucy. And we are having a color craze thing right now, sale. When you buy 3, you get 1 free. And I'm telling you what, this counted as one of them. So I got my order. You had to have your order up to $75 to get the color of the month to purchase it. But it also counted towards one of my 4 because I was able to get another one for free. I'm just trying to get this. There's like a really good sized dent there. And I want it to go around that dent like this came with this on there, right? All right. I'm just going to take my time with this a little bit because I want to make sure that we get it on there. And keep in mind that this is lumpy and bumpy, and with the metal, it's going to be easier to go ahead and this is working just like a paintbrush for me because it's nice and pliable, so it's kind of getting into the grooves. I'm just going to try to go in one direction with this and go quickly because remember, chalk paste does dry up and you don't want it to dry in the transfer. I may have to peel it a little bit back so that we can not have it dry because you don't want it to dry in the transfer. It will peel up. If you ever peel to reveal and find that your transfer, it looks like parts of it just kind of lifted, that's usually what it is, that your chalk paste got too dried up. I don't know. This may be a multi-step process just because it's, it's so bumpy and lumpy. Remember, I was going to get that premium as well. So we're going to, try for that. Nice thing about the metal is we can wipe it off or scrape it off pretty easily, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to see how this worked. Hopefully, cross our fingers. Maybe not. I might have to do some some fix up, I think. I can already see it's kind of messy. So we'll see. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm just going to peel this back. I'll show you how that looks. Can you see it? There are some smudgies, right? And so I'm going to let it dry and not panic, because for the most part, this part up over here, I'm going to go ahead and just wipe it off. The nice thing about working with glass or metal is that it's pretty easy to just scrape it off with a sharp tool. So we will be definitely doing some touch up, because this is not how I dreamed it. That's for sure. But it is very bumpy here. So part of that is just, you know, the nature of this particular surface I'm using. Now, if you use it on a nice flat sign, no issues. No issues. And I'm going to have to make sense of that NE. Do you see that? I'll have to make sense of that. So I'm just going to let that dry like that. I got the big obvious parts cleaned up on the top there. Usually you want to go towards your paste. It'll kind of move into the paste that way. If you pull away, it'll smear it away. And you guys know, you know how my smearing is. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that, and we're going to work our way. Oops, I got that really tight, I think. Work our way down the transfer. I'm liking it. What do you guys think? I'm liking it, even though it's not perfect. And that's the great thing. You know, it's going to look absolutely homemade, right? And we're going to be able to clean up some of those things. So this next area, I actually think I'm going to set this aside and put the cover on, because we don't want it to dry up. Not the precious. Not the precious. Wash this off, and I'm going to go on this next level and do the little star in black. I had thought I would do it all red, but I'm changing my mind. Changing my mind. Maybe losing it too. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to just go really quickly through. Try to anyway. Just there's like 4 lines. I actually kind of thought at first it looked like musical lines, but there's only 4, not 5, if you know your music. Speaking of music, Saturday the 20th, I am in a music-inspired crafting day over at Honey Bunches, I think it's called. If you want to just put either a musical note or music down below, and I will get you a link to it. Make sure you get a reminder. I'll send you a messenger reminder on Saturday that when I'm going on. It's going to be at 8:45 to 9:30 Central, my time. Central time, I think it's 10:45. All right. Another area is done. We'll see how this went. When you're pulling up, you want to pull from the center. Oh, that looks actually very cute. That turned out really good. You don't want to pull at an angle because you'll stretch it. It is stretching anyway because it's, hold that up. Isn't that cute? So cute. That one turned out really good. So far it's the gasoline and the premium we're having to check and figure out. And see, what I'll do is I'll just go in, and I have to figure out premium. It's just a U there. And kind of just scratch it off. I'll try to upside down do the U. May have to wait and do that. It's on there pretty tough, actually. But I'll just, I can, in these bigger spots, just go on with my tool and go back and get it. So join me. I will be going live on this site on Saturday and then sharing it over to Honey. Oh, come, I can't remember it. Anyway, if you want a link, let me know. It's on Facebook. It's a whole bunch of crafters working together. And all day long, it's going to be music inspired. Music inspired. So I think that'll be fun. I probably should have done that star in that red. All right, we're going back to our saucy. So I'm working on a music-inspired project. I think I have it figured out, but then I'm having, this is the first time I've done a big group like this, and I'm kind of like worried I don't have something that's fancy enough. That's what I'm worried about. Because I was kind of doing, it feels basic to me. I don't know. Let me get this 20 open 24/7 over here. And the other side said full service. I got to pull that because I've got a little fan going. It was warm in here. All right. That looks perfect. Hey, Ginny, good to see you. Crafting on an old gas can here. Thrifty Thursday. And so I'm just using our club transfer. Oops, this has got a bubble. I can see it. Uh-oh. I maybe made a mess. Resist if you make little mistakes, especially on glass or metal where you can just take it off. Resist taking it off like right away when it's wet, unless it's like a big goober on there. You want to wait till it dries so that it gets a chance to like set up, and then it's not as hard to, you won't smear it as much. I'm just gonna get a little bit under on that circle, but that turned out pretty good. Pretty good. So, our sale right now going on is on chalks and inks. Our jars of chalks and inks. You can buy 3, get 1 free, which is a great deal. It's a good time to stock up. I did stock up on that. I got a bunch of, oops, don't fold it back. Okay, I'll hold that up so you can see that. Open 24/7 right there. And then right here says full service. And it does look good. For full service garage. I'm telling you, my hubby is going to like this one. And then this for the big gas tank in the middle. I'm going to do that red, I think. Or should I do it black? Red or black? Saucy or black? What do you guys think? I want to get it down into those creases. No bubbles. No bubbles. This is causing some difficulty out here. So I want to make sure the bubbles are out. There we go. Sometimes when you're working on round things, like I've done ornaments, and you just want to be patient. It's fabric that you're working with, silk fabric, transfers. And so you just want to be patient with it. All right. Do you think black or red? I was thinking black with these 2 on the side. So I think I'll do red. The saucy. It's kind of like a vintagey red. I really like it. I'm just going to get this over here. It's got little like patches all over the transfer that show through, and they kind of make it look even more, vintagey. This doesn't use a ton of paste. It really, you can put it on and take off any excess, put it back in the jar, use it later. You don't have to use a ton. So this is going to actually go off a little bit off the bottom. So because it's not quite, I guess I could have moved it up a little, but we didn't. Just going to do my best here. Whoops. I maybe went outside the line. It's okay. I'm not a painter, right? Just not. Put this down and get some, I can see some, oops, I went way out there. I can see some of the like speckles on there. All right. I'm getting myself into trouble. That's what I'm doing. We're going to peel to reveal here before, I think I went over the bottom, but that's okay. And it did smear a little bit, but we're going to work with it. All right. My little gas tank. Oh, goodness. Isn't that cute? So cute. So exciting. All right. Let's take a look at what we did. Over here, it went off. And then actually, it doesn't look too bad down there. The only place that looks is on this right here. So I'm going to push it towards it. I don't know if you can tell that I'm pushing just really gently, trying to get it to line up there. And oftentimes you don't get a chance to really use the wipe twice. You want to just put it on there once. Get me another clean wipe here. We're getting messy. And this transfer, like I said, you can use it 8 to 10 times, 8 to 12 times, depending on how, sticky it stays. Sometimes, different mediums make it stick less. And it just, it's so usable. Like I said, I've used it on a t-shirt. You can use it on a sign. You can use it on metal or glass or whatever. You can use just parts of it. Just taking a look here, a look-see. Try to get some of that off in the middle. Sticking my tongue out helps. Tell me, do you stick your tongue out or work your tongue around when you're crafting and trying to get something in? A little. I might just. You have to be careful, like to keep moving around your piece of your wipe so that you don't. And then I'm going to try to. Now, the Saucy does have more pigment. So it could, like if you're putting it onto a, something that like wood, it's going to soak up a little. And this not being, remember we started with a really kind of racked up can. That's okay if this doesn't look absolutely perfect. You don't have to worry about that. It's totally going to be fine because your can is all broken up. And so we're kind of matching in the style of having it look vintagey, right? Used up, but not. Isn't that cute? I just love that little gas tank. My husband saw this, and like he usually likes most of the things I make, but I would say this was the one that he went, oh my gosh, I want this one. So this is going to excite him, especially since he saw me. I feel like he's going to ask about it. He's going to want to know. All right, I am going to use it. It is kind of puddled up there, and it's definitely a little wet, but I think we've done a pretty good job of getting it looking pretty good. Pretty good job of doing it pretty good, right? Cute. Okay, I'm going to use black down here to do these two little, the Route 66. It says if you're get your kicks on Route 66. That's what this says down here. Just going to go ahead and leave it where it is and do black there. Get it down really good with no bubbles, into the creases, into the bumps and crannies, and all the places. I know I have my my own little words that I say sometimes. All right, we're going to use black here again. This is black velvet, and like I said, you could buy 4 of these, or buy 3, get 1 free. When you're doing it, go ahead and put it into your cart, all 4 of them, and 1 will show up as costing 0. So that's how you get it. I'm trying to go in there, get all the spaces, and then we'll peel it up right away because we don't want it to dry. You could get anything extra picked up. All right, peel, reveal. It's gonna do a little bit of this over here. There's some little speckles over here I'm gonna get. All right, here we go. Ooh, the 6 didn't go. We didn't get the 6 all the way, so I'm gonna try to. Oh, and now I smeared it. Ah, shoot. Well, the good news is this is totally washable, so I could try it again. I don't know why that U is not going in route. It says, get your kicks on Route 66, and it definitely did smear. You see it? It's smeared in the bumps, and it's okay. It's okay. We can totally fix it. We can fix it. And I'm telling you, the tongue helps. The tongue helps for sure. Okay, I'm just gonna try to get in here on the 6. And like I said, it might work better to wait. Sometimes it works better to wait. Sometimes it works better to just go ahead and do it while it's wet. If you find that you're smearing it all over and making a mess, stop, let it dry, and then come back. I don't always have good filter for that. I always get like, oh, I gotta fix that right now. But I am gonna do like the little scratching on. Let me get this off here. Those little black ones didn't come off. Okay, so we're gonna do this other side and work on this. And meanwhile, that's going to dry. So it is what it is, right? We'll fix it. It'll work. It'll work. So this little says last chance, next. What does it say? Next service 100 miles. That's so true. If you've ever like driven either in the mountains or even, oops, I'm using the wrong one. That one does not work as well. You can use it though. Or have you ever gotten like out in North Dakota or South Dakota? It's like when they say 100 miles, you better make sure your gas tank is full. Or in the mountains too. It can be pretty bad in the mountains sometimes. Like you get gas every time you see it because you know it's going to be few and far between. And you don't want to run out where you don't know where you are. All right, this has speckles on this bottom part, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get some of those speckles, and it's not going to really matter how they are. Hopefully I didn't make a big splooge, but I might have. All right, last chance. That one actually turned out pretty good. Okay, so this, I will go ahead, take that in the house, run it under lukewarm water with one of our board erasers. Just go ahead and erase it off both sides real gently on the glue side, and I'll be able to reuse it. I'll dry it sticky side up for a little while. Isn't it cute? So cute. Ah, I'm excited. So what I'm going to do then from here is any of those spots where maybe I smeared it a little bit, I will go ahead and use my tools to clean it up just like you kind of saw. It's going to be easy peasy, especially once it gets dried up. This one is dried up. It'll get there. It just takes a little bit of patience, and I won't make you have all the patience and watch me do that. But so you get the idea. That is our gas can, and I'm serious. Got it for $0.25. I think I remember mentioning to my daughter They should actually pay me to take it because it was in such bad shape. It still is. But don't you think this would be cute to like buy the garage or door or as a decor item in a shop? It doesn't matter. You can put it outside. We'll see where it goes. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to sell it. You could also put like some sort of, bow on it, but I kind of just like it the way it is. Tell me what you think. Okay, so I said I would maybe get a little bit leaky. This is it. If you've watched through the end, I'm going to get leaky and show you kind of a preview of one of the items I got. And these are going to be available in June, but if you just can't wait for this, then you could sign up as a designer and order this right away at a 55% discount. But look at it, it's a letterboard. These are the reusable chalk chips. Aren't they cool? You can erase them. So you put your letter on them. This board has the hang-ups on the back. It's really good quality. So there's 12 of them that come with it. You can order extra tiles. I ordered an extra set. They come in black as well. And they're reversible too, so that you can do it on both sides and just slide them in. I'm so excited. If you can't tell, that was my leaky. It's not coming till June, but it is an 19 by 13 board. Isn't that exciting? I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. Right? Like, don't even report me for that one. And hopefully I didn't get like paste all over it, but I probably did. Good thing it's washable. All right, that was my sneaky leaky. Stay tuned. I'll be showing more of the things that I got because I'm very excited about that. I don't even know where to put it. I'm so excited. I appreciate you all staying here and checking it all out, helping me out by doing all the things. Sprinkle the love for me. And I will be taking a picture of this completed and posting that probably tomorrow. So stay tuned for that and check it out. And if you know any crafty friends, bring them on over here so that they can get some cute ideas for doing some thrifty types of saves. Isn't that cute? See, I totally don't mind all that extra stuff. I'm actually tempted to match this green and put some over here just to even it out. But I just like the character of it. I love it. So thanks so much for joining me, and keep on crafting and have a very blessed evening.